Here, about to read the short story that I just finished, my newest one. Been making videos like crazy tonight. On some whack shit, changing my clothes each time. I don't want to be wearing the same thing in every video, even though they're all made on the same night. I do this for like 3 months, and now I'm back at it. 2 or 3 months anyway. I don't know. Either way, smoked out video was the last one I did for a while. And last week I came back and did it with that Zombies on Valentine's Day piece that I wrote for Valentine's Day. Anyway, this one here is called In Love Online. That's some crazy shit, man. It's kind of pathetic whenever you meet people online and converse through messages with people from out of state and stuff like that, but then somehow you end up catching feelings for them. That's happened to me a few times, but it ain't happening no more. Um, anyway, that's it. It ain't happening no more. Pretty much set the record straight here. It's all about writing. I love people that write. Um, could be on another planet, on the moon somewhere or some shit, and if you write, then I'm interested in it. Some people stuff I don't like, some people stuff I love and adore, but either way, I got respect for anybody that even tries to do it, because it's just special to me. Writing. Okay, here it goes. In Love Online. We never met, but she had long, dark brown hair. I stared at her pics while typing out messages with all my heart. She gave me her number at work, and once in a while I'd call and we'd talk. This one was a receptionist at a spa. Manicures, pedicures, a tanning bed. She had to be making lots of money. Enough money for a cell phone or a laptop. Yet this young woman would never talk to me away from work. On MySpace, she was one of those sexy new poets. When we started reading each other, she couldn't resist writing a poetic collaboration. We called it the North Carolina-Tennessee Connection. Waiting for the beginning, I'm thinking it's going to be something really dark. Instead, it was about meeting me at a motel with her wearing a short black dress and stockings, running to me in black spiked heels. Reading this excited me. Erect, I wrote the next part. Something about us smoking loud and fucking like rabid animals. Only with more romantic imagery. The whole piece ended up being an erotic fuckfest. We were proud of it, pushing the poem on both of our MySpace blogs. Older, more respected poets left hurtful comments like, "Keep your sex fantasies to yourself." One of them said perhaps we could publish it in the Penthouse. My faraway big crush took great offense. Then I commented saying, "Thanks so much. It would be an honor to have something published in Penthouse." That was the end of it. On the phone, she started saying, "I love you." Of course, I said, "I love you too." Was she really married and carrying on a long-distance online affair with me? When confronted over the phone, she denied this. She said she wanted to come out to North Carolina and meet me. We'd smoke together, sleep together, and wake up to write a real collaboration with our ink on the same sheet of paper. This was fine, only I was homeless, living in abandoned cars, nearly freezing every night. As soon as the library opened, I'd be there on the computer, sharing my bad poetry, listening to music and talking to this beauty. Loving to see her words pop up on the screen. Waiting for the next time she'd type out the words, "Call me." Each time she'd say, "I'm coming to see you," I came up with an excuse. She couldn't show up and find out that I was a homeless poet. As far as she knew, I was a poet who sold weed on the side just to make ends meet. Besides, I was cheating on her online. A blonde poetess who had been reading had started checking out my stuff more. She had this dark, hopeless outlook on life that intrigued me. Further away in New York, this one had a long-time boyfriend. Every day was an update on their problems, but when she'd post, it would be something profound. I found myself waking up in the dark AM hours, wondering what she was doing. Was she sleeping or awake, listening to music or watching some horror movie? Thinking like this meant feelings were rising in the chaos that was me. I'd never once laid eyes on her, but I sat there listening to paint the seconds, writing dark epic love poetry for just the idea of her. In a message I said I woke up at 4:23 a.m. thinking of you, wondering what you were doing. Right then I probably became the stalker guy from North Carolina. Even more when she read all the poems. In another message it was, I know you're in love with someone and we're far away from each other, but somehow I have these intense feelings for you. That's when it became official. The title of her North Carolina stalker belonged to me. I asked if we could write a collaboration poem, make that North Carolina and New York connection. Meanwhile, I'm still talking to this poetess from Tennessee, every day online and occasionally on the phone. Still putting off meeting her, thinking she'll never really come here to see me. My collaborations with females was my thing. The parts written with bad grammar belonged to me. Most of them were erotic, with a hottie. Most of them were erotic. With a hottie from Nevada, I wrote parts of sex and tats. My fantasy lover, the brunette from Tennessee, stopped talking to me. She was married anyway. The blind could have seen that. Finally, this blonde from New York sent me a message. She wanted to do a collaboration. In love with someone, she certainly wouldn't send any smutty fantasies of meeting me and having wild, hot sex. It would be some dark, fuck the world poetry from two poets that didn't give a fuck. When she sent the beginning, it caught me off guard. There was no erotica, but plenty of feelings. Tortured poets and an epic dark love poem. Could she really feel this way about me from so far away? We never talked again after that, so I guess not. Talking to this brunette from Tennessee one last time, I told her why I always put off meeting her. She said really it didn't matter if I was homeless. She just wanted to smoke and fuck just like we wrote about and if only this were real. I said I've got somewhere to stay now, can you come? She typed, sorry, it's too late now. Those words killed me even though we never met. That meant we never meet, and I missed out on wild, hot sex with a pretty poetess. Friends asked why I fell in love with women from other states online, when there were so many walking around live in the flesh. True, I could reach out and touch them, but none of them were poets with notebooks filled with words. They were all beautiful, but it was the fact that we shared writing that made me love them. Never again have I fell for a faraway poetess. Instead, I'm scheming on regular, everyday women. A few writers have caught my attention, but I only love what they write. I don't love them. Besides, female poets these days are stuck up and snobby. Perhaps if I was handsome and a better writer, they would. Perhaps if I was handsome and a better writer, they wouldn't feel so far above me. Okay, that was In Love Online. My story of falling in love with writers online. I actually did that a long time ago, and it's some pretty heartbreaking stuff, man. Having feelings for people, waking up in the middle of the night, wondering what they were doing. It's kind of fucking pathetic, actually. But like I said, I love them because they write. They didn't write, they wouldn't be any different than the chicks roaming around Harnett County and Millington, North Carolina here. You know what I'm saying? It'd be just like the women anywhere. But they write, and so it makes them sort of special to me. But that's as far as it goes. Anyway, Robert Reagan here. Fourth video of the night. I got twerking champion of the world. I got a good source of protein. The life and times of Ricardo the pool boy. And now I got In Love Online. This one's a little more serious. A little more feelings involved with it. But those feelings were whack as hell from the start. So fuck those feelings. But I am not saying fuck those people that I was talking about, because they're straight wherever they are. And I'm sure they're still right. And that's all that matters to me. Anyway, thanks to anybody who watches these videos or reads my notes on Facebook. Thanks to all the people in the groups on Facebook that read my stuff. It means a lot to me. Writing is my life, and if I love you and send some crazy message or something, just know it's because you're a writer. Okay, Robert Reagan here, In Love Online. Goodbye. Take it easy.